Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Peculiar Station Style. If you have something like this at home and you've been wondering what to do with it, I got you covered. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I transform this old hair tie, popularly known as tapapa, into something absolutely stunning and stylish. If it's something you're interested, let's get started. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Alright guys, the material we'll be needing for this tutorial is this tapapa measuring tape, tailor's chalk, scissors, and also my wadding. I'll be making use of this hard wadding. So we have the soft one. So just to give it structure, it's better you use the hard one. So I've been making use of the hard one. Better still, you can make use of marker. We have the black and the white, so you can get this from all this to make up. But for this tutorial, I'll be making use of this wadding. So I'll be taking our measurements. This is the wording, so I've cut it. So I'll be telling you the measurement later. And the measurements for the material I'll be using is 13. The breadth, which is the weight, is 13 inches and it is folded into two. It is 13 inches by 18 inches. The length of the material I'll be using is 18 inches. So depend on how wide and how long you want it to be. So I'll be making it is 13 inches by 18 inches. Alright guys, I've cut out my water and I'll be making use of 18 inches by 2 and 3/4 inches, which is 2.75 inches. So I put that aside and work on my material first. And the next thing I'll be doing is for me to fold this. Just to fold, I want to tape the edge. Take it to the sewing machine and tape the edge all around. I can see I've taped it all around and this is what it's looking like. So I taped for the fourth size, and later on I realized that it's not going to work out, so I had to cut it out. As we go through this tutorial, we'll see how I cut it out. The next thing for me to do is for me to mark the midpoint of this material. So make sure you mark the midpoint of your material. Alright guys, you can see that my wording is folded, so I cut it in this way so that it will have more structure and my cap will be able to stand well. So, and I'll be sewing on it. I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew on it so that it will stand very well. And the next thing for you to do is for you to mark it. Mark the midpoint just the way you did for the material, or you can use the scissors to notch it, and you'll be placing it midpoint to midpoint and fold it just the way I'm doing it. And the next thing is for you to pin it. You can use your pin to pin it down so that it will be in place, and you will sew on it. Make sure you sew on the material, don't sew on the wording, or if you are using marker, do sew on the marker. Make sure you sew on the material because there's something we'll be doing on it, we'll be shifting it. Alright guys, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that the video cut it. After sewing it this way, just shift the sewn part like 1 inch down, just 1 inch. Be cutting a stripe because I want to make a design. The strap will be used to tie it, so I'll be making use of length. It's 12 inches by 4 inches. When it is folded, it will be 2 inches. 12 by 4 inches. You can make yours longer. So I'll be folding it into two just this way and sew on it. So the way you will sew on it, at the head there will be a curve, just like a pointed curve. I will do it for both, and I will head over to the same machine and do that. This is it after doing it. I will just cut the extra fabric that I have on it, extra material, just cut it out. You can see the pointed edge I was talking about, just to be able to tie it and make it stylish. The next thing is for me to turn it out, and I'll be turning it out also with my screwdriver. You can make use of your scissors. While turning this out, you have to be careful. This is it after I was done turning it out. So I will take it over to my ironing board and iron it well. I will give it a good press so that it will be well laid. This is it after I was done ironing it. You can see it's looking beautiful already. Alright, I can see that I taped the hair just to make it neat and beautiful. And the next thing I'll be doing is for me to mark 1 inch just away from the wording. Just mark 1 inch away. and you place your stripe. You mark it on both sides, and I place my stripe on it. Just put it this way, just the way you see me doing it, and I will sew it. So you can sew it like 4 places, just like a square. Just sew it all around on that same stripe so that it will be stable and very neat. I'll be doing that for both sides. And we head over to the sewing machine and I will show you the results after doing that. This is after I was done doing it. And I'll remove my pins and fold it into two. So just to get the main points. Now my head circumference is 22 inches divided by 2, that is 11 inches. That is what I'll be marking out here. Alright guys, that is what I'll be marking out there. So I will just mark 11 inches, which is my head circumference divided by 2. And that was what I was saying earlier, that for me taping the 4 sides is not really necessary, because at the end of the day I realized that when I saw it, the 4 corner, it was too bulky on me, on my head, so I had to curve it just this way I'm showing you. I had to curve it and sew it. So at the end of the day, I cut out the other part. So I go head over to the same machine and do that. So this is after I was done doing that, and I will cut the extra that I have at the edge. I just cut it out just the way you see me doing it. And the next step is for us to run a stitch, like a loose stitch on our hair tie. So I've been making use of my machine thread and a needle. Just do it this way. You not start the thread from where the wording is. You start from immediately after it. So I just run a stitch on it, just the way I'm doing a loose stitch. We want to form a gathers. That's what we want to achieve here. Alright guys, this is it after I was done doing that. You can say it's a loose stitch. You just gather everything together. Just the way I'm doing it. Make sure you tie a knot on it. Just tie a knot so that it will not lose after doing this. You can tie it like 2 to 3 times just to be sure that it is locked. And that is it guys, we are done with our Zara cap. You can see it's looking so beautiful. So that is the stripe. You can just style it. You tie it, and once you put it on your head, you can style it, and that is the final result. I hope that you find this tutorial helpful. And if you're trying this out, just let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you very much for your time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.